My name is Njeri Kamau. I am the founder and team lead of Beyond the Flow. So Beyond the Flow is a community-based organization that works to advance menstrual equity among adolescents in low-income schools and communities as well. Basically what we do is to equip young adolescents, especially young girls, with the knowledge, the skills, and sustainable solutions so that we can empower them to support their dignity, well-being, and also their agency. So that's basically what we do at Beyond the Flow. Beyond the Flow, it started, or it was born as a response to a consistent need that I witnessed or experienced while I was teaching back in Mukuru kwa Jenga. That was in 2023. So I got to experience firsthand the lived realities, the challenges that young girls were facing just to manage their periods. And it did not sit well with me from, missing class and sometimes school every other month. Young girls having to use other alternatives such as pieces of clothes to manage their periods, which are unhygienic and also affects their health. To others even having to compromise their dignity just for a pack of pads. And it got me thinking that if something as natural as your period is limiting a girl's ability to learn, then something is definitely wrong. So together with a few of my colleagues, the teachers we were with, we decided to step in and buy products for these girls in our classes. But we quickly realized that this is not going to be sustainable. So what we did, and another thing, during that whole period, we also noticed apart from the pads, there's also a very big gap when it came to, the knowledge, menstrual literacy. So we sat down with a teacher, a colleague of mine, and decided to start a club to, number one, address the menstrual illiteracy, and also so that we can have a platform that we can invite other partners to come in and support with the products. So that was the whole idea. And it did work out for a while because we got products and we were able to distribute them to the kids. But come next term, the same problem is recurring again. And we were like, okay, what can we do to, at least put we can be able to manage this scenario. And now that's when we started thinking about sustainable products that we can be able to provide so that we are not just solving the immediate need, we are looking at the long-term and also cost-effective options for these girls. And long story short, what started as a club is the seed that we planted as a club is what grew into our current flagship program known as Flowing Wisdom. And Flowing Wisdom ran in 2024, then come last year, 2025, we were able to register it as a community-based organization, now with the name Beyond the Flow. So yeah. So basically, we work with young adolescents, both boys and girls, because matters menstrual health is not just a girl's issue. It affects everyone, So we work with both boys and girls, adolescent boys and girls, and we also work with teachers, parents, caregivers, so that we can be able to create a supportive environment everywhere, in school, at home, and also share knowledge and break the stigma that has been there for a very long time on matters periods. So we work with boys, girls in schools, parents at home, teachers within the school community. Yeah, but our main beneficiaries are the girls. And since our inception in 2023, when we started with that small club, to now, 2026, we've been able to reach over 2,500 boys and girls with the menstrual health education and also sexual reproductive health and rights education, age appropriate, of course. So apart from that, we've been able to distribute over 2,000 sustainable menstrual products, and this has been made possible through strategic partnerships, and we're very grateful to everyone, every partner who would come along to just support our work. And apart from the products and the education, we've also been able to see changes in the behavior of the people that we work with. Like, for example, the boys have become supportive allies. The girls are no longer missing school because of their periods. Like, they might miss school because of one thing or another, but because of periods, the rate has come down. And I think just the total mindset change of the individuals that we work with, that I would say has been a very great impact for us. One success story for us, for me, it will be this young girl who I met when we first started this whole initiative. She was this quiet, shy, always sitting in the sidelines, and honestly, you would miss her if you don't pay attention. So when I was doing my normal teacher activity, I decided to one day try and approach her and try to know her more, because I wanted to know, why is she always silent? She will never speak until she's spoken to. So just to create a rapport with her and understand who she is, what she's all about. And after a few interactions, that's when I realized that just like her peers, she's going through normal challenges back at home with personal issues, and among those issues were lack of access to menstrual products, because for them, according to her, what she was telling me, whatever the dad makes was only enough for food. So buying products was never a priority for her. So every other month, when it is time for her periods, she would not be able to concentrate in class because of, number one, either she's using an alternative or she's afraid of staining her clothes in class, and the teasing that was there. So she was not comfortable to participate in class. So she will just stay in the sidelines, hide in silence, act like she's never there. So when we started the club, I decided to engage her right from the word go, because it was an issue with not just her, but a few more girls. But for her, something just stood out. So I started engaging her with, giving her responsibility so that she can be able to interact with her peers, build her confidence, just talk to people, and also build a community, and let her know that she's not alone. Like, we all are facing different challenges, and we are here to support one another. We were able to create a safe space within that small club for them to feel safe to share without any judgment. And after 2023, come 2024, while we were training for peer mentors who are going to support us in spreading the awareness within the school and also the community, she volunteered to take up that leadership responsibility. And that's when I began to see, okay, she's at least coming up. After that, come end of 2024, she had signed up to be a speaker of the school student council. And long story short, last year, she was among the leaders who are representing the student council within the larger Embakasi South sub-county. And for me, that speaks a lot about the kind of work that we do. It's not just about giving pads, it's not just about educating them on menstrual product, it's about giving back these girls their voices, giving them back their confidence, just by providing them with the necessary resources, giving them the right support, and just showing them that they matter, listening to them, and giving them a safe space to be themselves and also to lead. So for me, that journey of hiding in silence, hiding in the shadows, to someone who is standing and leading others, not only within the school, but also in the larger community, it speaks a lot, and it's a testament that our work really, really has impact, yes. So that is a success story that keeps me going to date. For us, it's working with limited resources. We started this work out of passion. We were addressing a need, and very like fast forward, we did not know the responsibilities that come with taking up, you know, such a role. And since 2023, we've been working with very, very limited resources in terms of funding, in terms of capacity, that is team. So when it comes to capacity, I was the bearer of all the roles and responsibilities, and more often than not, it took a very, very heavy toll on me, and I was operating my life on autopilot, like burnout. I could not be able to perform. So when it comes to funding, you find that the requests that we are getting, especially from other schools, are more than what we can be able to, you know, offer, or it's beyond our capacity. So when it comes to funding, it has become it has been a very big challenge for us, working with limited resources, and also, you know, working from pocket, if I might just say so. So, but what we do now to ensure that even without the funding, our work still continues, is we leverage on partnership a lot and collaborations. So we work with partners and organizations that align with our mission and vision to help us you know, implement our programmatic activities. That is what has enabled us even to reach a huge number of population even without the funding. So leveraging on partnership, and also currently we are very intentional in diversifying our sources of funding. We were just doing grants and all just grants, writing grants, and you know, grants are not automatic. So we are trying to diversify our sources of funding to other avenues. So yeah. And for the team, I am learning to share responsibilities with the people around me. We have a very small team, but we have clear roles and responsibilities. And through that clarity, when it comes to defining the roles and the responsibilities and the different actions that are supposed to be taken at a specific time, it has really helped me at least be able to show up as myself and also give the best that I can to the organization, because if I cannot pour from an empty cup. So I also get some time to rest and then recharge and then come back with new energy and all that, because now I have a small team that can be able to support me. Yeah. For the next decade, the goals that we have, for me, it always takes me back to my vision. Our vision states that we want to create a society where menstruation is understood and embraced as a natural part of life, and never a source of shame or a barrier to either health, education, or opportunity. So for me, the next 10 years, I want to see us have made some strides and steps towards achieving that. And how I see that happening is through embedding menstrual health and sexual reproductive health and rights education within the school system. And currently, where I stand as an individual, I sit as a TC member, a technical committee member that's reviewing the ISO standards on menstrual health. And in that position, it has helped me communicate the needs of these young girls, communicate the needs and the reasons and the needs, and also the importance of having a systemized menstrual health system within the school setup, so that we don't treat menstrual health as a one-off intervention. We want it to be part of the students' well-being, and they are taken care of all rounded. And one other thing is we want to leverage also on technology as well. We know the future is AI right now, and a lot of young people are exploring technology and also learn through technology. So we are creating a chatbot prototype, which is already in the works, so that we can be able to create a platform for young people to learn about, menstrual health and age-appropriate sexual reproductive health and rights, even if it's not us as individuals who are facilitating those sessions. We want them to be able to access a platform where they can be able to learn by themselves and also gain this knowledge for themselves. So yeah, that's our plan. So for us, what we've been able to give as an organization is access to education, menstrual literacy, access to product, and also we've been able to train these young adolescents to become peer mentors and contact people within their different communities and schools. And what we've been able to gain is a more informed and educated community on matters menstrual health and basic sexual reproductive health and rights. And generally, I feel like our biggest gain is creating a period-friendly environment where all the girls who we work with are able to manage their periods with dignity and without shame. And as I conclude, I'll say we've been able to create a stigma-free ecosystem where menstruation is understood and embraced as a natural part of life and never a source of shame or barrier to either health, education, or opportunity.